Hey everybody, it's me DGtronic, and this is the full review video of the iRULU V1 Android smartphone. Let's start with the specifications. This one uses the MediaTek MT6582M card. The CPU is a quad-core CPU, ARM Cortex-A7 1300 MHz. It's a dual-core GPU, ARM Mali 400 MP2, 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of storage. The display is a 5.5-inch IPS 540 by 960 pixels display. It has a 2350 milliamps an hour battery. It runs on Android 4.4.2 KitKat. It has a front camera resolution of 5 megapixels, back camera resolution of 8 megapixels. So here it is, the iRULU V1 smartphone, or Victory 1 smartphone. Let's take a look at the phone. So here's the front of the phone with a 5.5-inch display. Not full HD, by the way. I believe it's 540 by 960 resolution. There's the back of the phone. Shows you how the back cover can be removed to access the battery, SIM card, and all that good stuff. On this side, we have the power button, charging port at the bottom, and on this side we have the volume rockers. It's a good looking phone, really good looking, very stylish, big sized phone too, relatively big for 5.5 inches. So the cameras, 8 megapixel back camera and 5 megapixel front camera. Let's take a look at some sample shots with the cameras on this phone. Hey everybody, I'm test recording with the iRULU V1 smartphone's 8 megapixel back camera, recording in 1080p full HD indoors with no lights on in my room.
We'll get to a point, maybe not soon, where we have sort of that like Tony Stark ideal where you have your watch and you press a button and
just to see what the quality is like.
You type away, it goes back down, and that's your everything device. And I'm looking at where
oh, would you look at that? Chocolate with pieces of broccoli in it. That's interesting.
Here are devices actually in the field being used by real people, and so that's where every company that's smart is going to get a lot of information.
We'll see what the audio and the video quality is like and how it shows the colors with its 8 megapixel back camera.
No pocket that is big enough to hold this phone. It is so big and ungainly. But then somebody gets crazy and says, "Okay, we will put a postcard-sized phone out there." And I'll be damned, people haven't seen your research, and you can't go door to door. It's like, but I have research that says you don't want to buy this. So, like I said, you have to. It's really, technology really is like putting on a play. You can spend all kinds of time writing it. You can put all kinds of time casting it. You can be in rehearsals for 4 or 5 months, but you don't know what you have until you put it in front of a paying audience.
And any two buying one, of course, is make a small tablet.
Yeah. You put a strap on an iPad mini. At least, if you're going to make me feel stupid, and at least give me full functionality, give me full LTE.
Like I said, the light is off.
Well, let's take a break. Come back. We're going to talk about all the. It's for some reason. Why is this non-stop iPhone rumors this week? It's like, is it because?
So, like I said, this is a recording with the back camera of the iRULU V1 Android smartphone. It's an 8 megapixel camera, and I'm recording with the finest quality, which is supposed to be 1080p full HD. Excuse my messy room and busy desk.
We'll get to that, but you're also seeing them actually manufacturing phones that they're only thinking of making because they have to test them out. Exactly.
So I'm recording with the 8 megapixel back camera of the iRULU V1 smartphone. Rainy day outside. It's raining right now as we speak. Sorry if the camera is shaking, that's because my hands are shaking. Let's take a look at the grass and the textures here. These are the stones. The grass isn't fully green yet because it just got to be April here, so alright, so let me start the phone up and show you guys around a little bit. So it's pretty much stock Android 4.4.2. They haven't made much of a change to it. Let me brighten up the screen so you can see it at full brightness. You can see the screen is absolutely gorgeous, even though it's not full HD. The colors, the vibrancy. Let me show you some of the wallpapers as an example. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's do wallpapers. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous these are on this screen. They look absolutely stunning. So that's the current one, which is a wood pattern. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, well, let's lower the brightness again so you can see better now. Looks absolutely gorgeous. They really haven't made anything that's a significant change. They have very few apps of their own on here, including the iRULU game and iRULU store. That's about it. The rest are standard apps. Nothing very special. Now, like I said, the back can be removed, and the trick is to get your nail here on that part. So once you remove the back of the phone, this is what you get. You get the SIM card slots and the memory card slot. You can see the whole back kind of naked, which is kind of cool. And that's a speaker, I believe, right there. Really neat. And of course you see the battery, which is a 2350 milliamps an hour battery. Now let's take a look at the two sets of battery tests I did. I did one very harsh battery test, which was full brightness of the screen and a lot of gaming and streaming of video and a lot of harsh stuff. And that lasted for 2 hours and 39 minutes. And then I did a very relaxed battery test. Brought down the screen brightness to all the way down. Didn't do any gaming, just did some light web surfing and Facebooking, checking the email, all that stuff. And the battery lasted for 8 hours and 59 minutes with the regular, not so harsh daily usage. Okay, well, let's do some gaming on the iRULU V1 smartphone. NFS Need for Speed Most Wanted. See, like every other smartphone that I've tried that has the MediaTek card, this game never works on them for some reason. Always stops and crashes. Now the phone only has 8 gigabytes of storage, so that might also be part of the problem. I don't know for sure, but let's try GT Racing 2, for example. Speaker quality is, by the way, really loud and really clear. Generally, the game performance on this phone is actually really good, and I've been very happy with it. Except for the fact that Need for Speed never loads on any of these phones for some reason. There's no lag, no graphics issues, seems to be very powerful with only 1 gigabyte of RAM. And this is a heavy game, it's not exactly a light game on the graphics. So overall, the iRULU V1 smartphone is a slightly above average smartphone. Nothing too fancy or special about it. No major issues with it. The only thing I really didn't like about this phone was only 8 gigabytes of storage. I could barely put anything on it. The performance in terms of gaming was good. The camera performance, at least in terms of the video recording, was better than was at least slightly better than the other smartphones that I've reviewed. In terms of the photography, however, the interior shots are still adding a purplish hue or tint to the photos like the other phones that I've reviewed, and I don't understand why these Asian manufactured phones do that with the interior shots. I don't know why they have that purplish hue to them. Very interesting. It's a beautiful phone, as you can see. You know, it seems okay to me. Not sure what the price range is. I can't remember at the moment. But again, it's the iRULU V1. And I haven't had any issues with it. You saw the performance with your own eyes. You saw the video quality with your own eyes. You judge and you decide whether it's worth it or not. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube channel. They're both Digitronic. I will see you in the next video.